Remember when I made this Sinclair station? Well, I'm ready to place it on my layout. So what I did was I cut a piece of cardboard so that I could kind of get the layout. This is going to be the concrete out in front. And I painted and glued the pumps and just placed them there. So this is my Sinclair sign. This is Lightworks Miller Engineering. This is the N scale, and the sign and the frame comes in the kit. So you have to glue the framework together. Let me roll this around. And then there's a slot in the sign. I don't know if you can see that. And then the wiring slips through the slot from the back side downward towards my hand. And then that's what it looks like from the front. So this is my idea here. So this is going to be sitting out here, about even with the front corner, just off of the sidewalk so people can get through there. And then the wires, of course, for everything are going to run. Well, the wires for the gas station will go through here. This wire for this light and the sign will be underneath this in these holes I made to go down. I already have the wire down for the light. Now I have to build a fence because I'm going to have a fence coming across the back side of that sign. So I have to get working on that now. So this is the kit. It's a junkyard kit from Monroe, and I had ordered this and wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it now. So I've got the Sinclair sign glued in. I'll add a little more glue around it and landscape it, of course, but that's kind of the gist of the layout, the final layout plan. You can see I came across where the road was going to be, so I'll just have to move my road out a little bit further here as it makes the bend, and that'll work out okay. So I decided to build some fences for the Sinclair station. I'm going to make a little junkyard in the back, somewhere where they store cars they're working on and everything. And this is a kit I have. That would be your wood boards on the face of the fence. And this one over here is your framework for the fence. And then there's kind of like a glued back edge to these. You pull off, peel and stick. There you go. That's what you call them. And that's kind of what it looks like then from the back of the fence. And then that, of course, would be the front of the fence. And I started painting them. I'm using a white acrylic paint. These are the cheap paints you can get anywhere. And I only painted one coat and it soaked right in. Then I put another one on, but real light, so that it kind of looks like it's an old weathered painted fence. That'll sit up something like that when it's done. That's the back of it after it's painted. And now I'm working on a couple of gates. So when they're closed, let's see if I can do this. When they're closed, it'll look like so. But I'm going to have them open so that a car can drive through the gates. Then I'm working on some signs. And these are decals. And I glued them to a board. I'm going to stick these signs in. Yeah. So Still working on things for this Sinclair station so I can mount it. I'm trying to cut out these signs and glue them into these squares, but I gotta tell you, these are so small I need a magnifier to read them. So I don't know if you can see it back there. There's the fence. And I'm just about ready to install the gas station now. Oh, look from another angle. So you can see I just missed that brace up there when I drilled my hole. This is my port sharing device right here. And I have 3 of the sockets filled. That's the 2 lights for the station and the street light. And this one over here is for the sign. So everything you see right there are all the components I needed, the electrical components, to do the scene with. Well, the time has come. Heartland has a new Sinclair gas station, and Dino has a place to call home. Look at all those people getting gas. I suppose they've been having to drive out of town to get gasoline. You know, they need to have a gasoline supply in their own town. It's a pretty busy place already. There's a car on the lift in there, and looks like somebody's fixing a flat tire. Yeah, I see Mrs. Bianchi there at the corner there with Mrs. McNamara. Mrs. Bianchi's taking pictures of that place already. Gosh, she likes to take pictures. There's even a policeman directing traffic. There's how many cars they have there. I think they're going to have to hire some more attendants to pump gas. That's what I think. Oh, I think I see Mr. Hine right there. Where is he? There he is. Oh, there's that feller with that cane that I see all over town. I'm not sure who he is. Oh, this looks like there's a lady there waving to Mrs. Bianchi and Mrs. McNamara. Oh, that's right. That's a school teacher in town. I think that's what I heard. Yeah, she's got chickens and eggs or something. I don't know. Yeah, somebody's sitting inside there. Well, you got me. I was just finishing up editing this video. That's right. Getting ready to say my goodbyes. Yeah. And I was just thinking, you know, about this model, this gas station. I bought this gas station way before, do I even mention the word COVID? Yeah. And prices were pretty low then compared to what they are now. I mean, prices today are probably double and triple from what I paid for things. And I'm glad I bought all of that when I did. I still have a few things in my stash. I have an engine house. I have a Dairy Queen. I have a OK used car lot and a few other little things. So yeah. And I bought all my cars and my people back then, and I've had to slow up on that because the cost is just getting out of hand. Anyway, I have 16 cars, 4 trucks, 3 people in the station. I've got 8 people on the lot that were gassing up, and you know, Diane was taking photos and that sort of thing. So, you know, there's a lot goes into one of those scenes. There's a tree, there's a fence, there's the sign, there's the lights in the building, the lift inside that gas station. I will put up that link to that video when I built it, and I found all the parts that I was looking for in my whatnot box in order to make that lift and have the car inside the garage. So, you know, but it all adds up. And then you think about the building and then the inserts for the building and all that stuff. It takes a long time for me to get a model on my layout because you've got to just buy pieces as you think about it. Well, what am I going to do? So you buy the station, and it's like, well, what should I do with the station and this and that? And, you know, it could take months, maybe even a year for me to get everything I want for that project. So it's on the layout now. So I think I did pretty good. There's a couple of things I got to do yet. I've got to do the approaches for coming into the station and that sort of thing, and you know, tweak things. Anyway, this is the first video I'm doing for the year. It's 2025. I hope your year is starting off really well, and I will catch you on my next one. God bless you all.